We are now joined by coach and student athletes from Texas Tech. 19 and 18 overall a year ago. Coach Gerlich, now in your sixth year at Texas Tech as a head coach. She's joined by three of her student athletes, senior guard Bailey Maupin, junior guard forward Jalen Bristow, and redshirt senior guard Danae Fritz. Welcome to all of you. Coach, I'm going to start with you. Your program competed, an awesome opportunity, competed as Team USA at the 2025 FISU World University Games this summer. You earned a silver medal. Talk about that experience, what it meant for sort of the chemistry of your team and making strides as you head into the season.
Yeah, it was an incredible experience and one that we are forever grateful for. To be able to practice throughout the summer with our new team, as you will, right, with your returners and your new players, it's just something that's going to benefit our program, well throughout the season. But being able to go over and compete in Germany against high-level competition was truly an honor, first of all, to be able to represent Team USA, but also just you can't manufacture that type of competition in the summer.
Yeah.
And so being able to go through adversity, we had to play Germany in our first round game in front of a sellout crowd. We had no idea what to expect. And so it was incredible for our chemistry. It was great for an opportunity for several players to step up and get some confidence and go to situations. And they had to win in adverse environments. So it was an incredible opportunity and just a great experience that we will definitely lean into throughout the season.
Now you bring them back to Lubbock. This is year 6 at your alma mater. You seem to have a nice blend of both familiar faces but new ones as well, and that veteran leadership of what you're going to need to battle. What has stood out to you now as you really start to focus on this season, maybe as carryovers from what you had from that European trip?
Yeah, well, number one, I think it's just the confidence that our kids gained over there of winning basketball games. I think that was really important. Secondly, just the fluidity of our offense, just getting familiar with one another, them understanding where each other's going to be, how we want to play. You had to play at a faster pace in Europe, and so I think that's certainly going to benefit us. But I've also seen just a great group of young ladies that are really experienced and really determined. We have a lot of seniors on our team this year, and they're very determined, and it's been fun to watch them.
All right, I'm going to ask questions of our student athletes. If you have one out there, please raise your hand. We will bring one of our microphones over to you. Bailey, I'm going to start with you. You're 4 now in red and black, a true veteran. What's motivating this team as you guys think about what you want to do in the scope of the Big 12 and those goals that you have for postseason and beyond?
Like Coach Gerlich said, there's 9 seniors on the team. So for us right now, it's do or die. This is our last year to be able to play with our sisters, our teammates, so we know that we need to focus, we need to lock in, we need to get things done. And that started this summer, being able to go to Germany. That starts in the preseason. That's every single day that we come in, just working hard, getting stuff done.
Was there something you took from that experience of going up against completely different types of competition that is a carryover for you? Something you say, you know what, this is going to help me, or this is where I've got to be better?
I think just being able to bond with each other the way that we did, being able to spend 2 weeks with each other and learn about each other, having new players on the team especially, that helps a whole lot. Just, when you get on the court, you know where your teammates are going to be at without having to say it or call a play or do something like that.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Danae, you started 31 games last year. You've been in this league now for quite some time. What is it about the Big 12 that makes it so difficult? And what do you tell some of those new faces and newcomers about what it's like to compete in this league?
Yeah, I think what makes the Big 12 so difficult and fun is just like every night out is such a big game. No matter who you're playing, I think that a lot of teams in the Big 12 have different styles, so that you need to really lock in on the prep for each team. And obviously the physicality in the Big 12 is a very big role in that. And I think that's one thing that I've kind of tried to tell the new people, like, hey, like, it's a really physical league. Like, you really need to buy in to trying to be the more physical player in that aspect, yeah.
And Jalen, I would ask you, you returned to your home state last year, transferring to Texas Tech, finding the right place for you. And now that you've been in this program for a year, you've had all of these experiences. Can you just talk about how you as players shape the culture of this program and what you guys do in and out of the locker room to hold true to that?
I think on the court we're all very close, but when we get off of it, it's like, these are my sisters, these are my girls, and being not one of the seniors, it's really nice to see all these girls really lock in and like be ready for the season because, like Coach tells us, the hourglass is winding down very slowly, but it is going down, and so I think it's really nice to have everyone locked in on the court, but when we get off, we can go in the locker room and we get to talk about it. We get to talk a little bit about our coaches after practice and, go home. And on the weekends, if we're free, let's all go to Bailey's house. Let's all go to my house and, hang out, do anything like that and just have fun with each other.
For you individually, what did you focus on in the off season for your game to be able to take it to the next level, to be able to give even more than you did a season ago?
Definitely driving to the basket and being aggressive when it comes to putting the ball on the floor and, giving myself a chance to get an and one or get to the free throw line.
Coach, I would ask you, as you look at this landscape of the college game, you've seen it in a variety of ways at the mid-major and now at the Power 4 level in the Big 12. Where does this conference stack up in your opinion, and what does it take to get your team prepared for the grind once it hits Big 12 play?
Yeah, I mean, I truly believe that the Big 12 is one of the best in the country with women's basketball. I mean, the coaching is elite. The players are dynamic. And every game, you have to be ready to play because in the Big 12, the parity is incredible. And so anybody can beat anybody on any given day. I think to get your team ready, it's this summer doing things special like we got to do and go and playing in a different country, trying to prepare even for the atmosphere of going into tough environments, because the Big 12 has tough environments up and down the schedule. Also, I think just beefing up your non-conference schedule. I mean, we've really had to do that the last couple of years, and I think it helps prepare us for the daily grind. But to be honest, I'm not sure anything can really prepare you for the Big 12 because every single game you have to be on it to get that W.
Doubt. All right, I know we have a couple questions, and so we're going to start right there. Please identify yourself and go ahead.
Good morning, Coach. Cindy Brunson, representing the University of Arizona today. You had a lot of success toward the end of last season, really had some terrific momentum, and then you decided to overhaul your coaching staff in its entirety. What was the impetus behind that decision, and what was the biggest challenge cobbling together a whole new staff for this season?
Yeah. I mean, I think, coaching is difficult, and I think you have to continue to try to surround yourself with people that are buying into your vision and that can help you reach the goals that you have for your program. It was fortunate for us that we got to go to Germany and we got to practice all summer with that new staff and play in some competition games so that, we could already start gelling as a staff and know what that's going to look like. But, I think that we did have some good success late in the season, but we certainly want to build on that, and we want to be playing in the NCAA tournament. And so, we need to make some changes to be able to help us do that.
We've got one more question right here. Go ahead.
Coach Matthew Postons, Heartland College Sports. To piggyback on Brooke's question a minute ago, the conference has 20 national games on TV this year. On the one hand, that's great because it's the most they've had in 7 years. But in your opinion, you talked about how good this conference is, how deep this conference is. Is that enough of a showcase nationally for this league?
I don't think it's ever enough. I think we should be on every single game, right? And I think it's fantastic to flip through the stations and to watch women's basketball, but Big 12 certainly needs to be on it more because we have high-quality teams and high-quality players, and they need to be showcased on a daily basis, to be honest.
Well, I want to wish all of you the very best. Thank you for being here today. Enjoy today in Kansas City. We will be back momentarily with the contingent from Kansas State.